what's going on, guys? I'm here with my client, Adam. Basically, he's just going to be sharing his whole experience through the program, the transformation he made. Why don't you just introduce yourself, say your age, and just how long you've been lifting for?
Yeah, sure. I'm Adam, and I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, and I'm 49 years old. I've been lifting for probably 20 to 25 years.
And how long have you been in the program for?
I think it was mid-April that we started. So I guess it would be 5 months if I'm six, yeah, 5 or 6 months.
And what was like your biggest challenge before joining Top Shape, the program?
So the biggest challenge was definitely diet and understanding the kinds of foods I ate and really even the drinks. No matter how many times I would work out, if I didn't see results, it had a lot to do with some of the diet and protein intake. Variety of workouts was probably another challenge too. I was probably stuck in a cycle where I kept doing the same thing for probably a few years, I would say, before I started this program.
Yeah. And remind me again, where were you at weight-wise before and where you're at right now?
So I started around one, it's around 154 is what I started at. Now I'm at about hovering somewhere over between one, I'm always at like 140 to 142. So I would say, yeah, at 142 on average.
So in total, you dropped about 12 pounds or so.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
I would
really
say
good. And what were you looking to accomplish by joining this program?
build confidence. I wanted to be confident about the way I was looking. Um, I had mentioned this when I started the program, but the way I would see myself in the mirror, although I felt like I had a decent physique, I was in pretty good shape. I would see photos of myself shirtless and still kind of think I was probably a little too heavy in some areas, particularly around the waistline. And so that was one of the most noticeable things for me is the flatter, more defined stomach, the more defined muscle tone everywhere throughout my body, my upper body, but then actually starting to see definition in my leg muscles. So the leg workouts being twice a week helped so that I was building so much more muscle and definition in my legs.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And what would you say would be like the biggest success that you had going through the program?
I would say learning better understanding my diet and getting into a much better consistent habit of protein intake, limiting calories for the day, and then understanding the fat intake, carb intake, how you're balancing all of that. But then you're also accounting for the types of workouts and the cardio. So I would only do cardio like once or twice a week before I joined this. And I remember when you explained to me that there really isn't such thing as a one cheat day, as some people say. It's all about if you ate a little bit more one day, was your workout more intense? What, did you do more cardio that same day, more steps overall for that day? So taking all of that into account.
What did you learn the most in the program? Was there like a big takeaway there with like the nutrition?
Yeah, definitely the nutrition for sure. And it's just making that my everyday habit, my lifestyle. I was always pretty good about eating decent, but I was not as good about paying attention to protein content, and I was still bad about some of the stuff I would drink. As far as alcoholic beverages, I would be drinking stuff that was 700, 800 calories per drink and didn't really even realize it till I was looking that up. So I got smarter about that, switched to vodka sodas. So it was low calorie, no sugar, those types of things if I'm going to be drinking. And then as far as eating, looking at the sugar content, the calories, but again, the protein. So trying to reach that goal of 150 to 200 grams of protein.
Awesome, awesome. How do you feel now going through the program?
I feel great in terms of the again being able to maintain this diet more consistently, and you feel so much better waking up in the morning that you didn't snack a bunch the night before because I was in a bad habit of eating a bowl of pretzels right before I went to bed, and so you just woke up feeling kind of full still, and this has helped to resist some of those cravings in the evening. And if I am craving something, it might be a little bit of popcorn or like rice cakes or something like that, or turkey sausage. And it's a much better way of starting the day and much more consistent about what I'm eating in the morning because I was bad about either not eating breakfast or just having a little bit. and now my meal for the morning is the same. Every morning it's about 80 grams of protein altogether.
Wow, that's a really good way to start your day. And how has this helped you on more of a personal level, like in your day-to-day life, would you say?
I think it's helped a lot because I have learned so much about the fact that I'm not giving up all foods that I enjoy or enjoy tasting. I didn't give up, uh, alcoholic beverages altogether. I definitely changed the types I would be drinking, but it's also helped me in my social life with sharing this story, my story with other people, because people will say to me, well, you didn't need to lose weight. You were already in decent shape. But I saw it, and I probably would have thought the same thing going into the program that I didn't need to lose that much weight. But you were actually telling me once you lose 5, you're going to say, I want to lose 5 more. And then you would say, I want to lose even a little bit more after that, because you see these noticeable changes in the mirror and you're just like, wow, I didn't realize how much I was lacking some of that definition. So even though I felt confident before, it's definitely helped me feel even more confident.
Well, that's really great to hear. Those extra couple pounds for sure definitely does make a big difference with the way you look. And what was the main thing motivating you to start this?
I would say making a change because I had a pretty good routine in place, but it was something that I was just doing this, like going with emotion. And again, as far as diet, it was a pretty directionless. It was kind of, I think this is healthy, so I'll have this for lunch, that kind of thing. And as far as routine, again, I was just kind of falling into this trap of the same 5 exercises every week, losing sight of cardio because I had trained for marathons at one point, so I was really good about cardio. But I kind of lost sight of coupling the cardio with my workouts too.
And if there was somebody watching this at your position wanting to change, what would you tell that guy?
I would say give this a chance because you'll be surprised, very quickly be surprised how easy it is to make these changes and make them your new habits. When I started this, I was hesitant about the timing because I had a big obligation and change in my life and thought it might not be the right time to do that. And you encouraged me because you said if you're always going to say this is going on, you'll find another excuse the following month. So I would say for anybody listening, instead of thinking why you can't start or wouldn't want to start now, uh, make it a point to start this now. Because again, I think you're going to find it so easy to start picking up on these new healthier routines. You start feeling better almost immediately. You start feeling good about this within a matter of days.
Yeah, no, that's really cool to hear. Just like the lifestyle change happened fast when you made those switches and you made those
Mhm.
habits. Well, sick. Yeah, really appreciate you just coming on, sharing everything. And if anybody else is watching this and wants to make a change, just click the first link in the description, apply. Appreciate the support. Like, subscribe. Peace.